All right, you guys. Here we have the GT Player. We got the GT Player cockpit. This is a racing GT Player racing cockpit. Oh, it opens from here. So we're going to open it up. We're going to see how to put it together. It's pretty heavy. The reason I got this cockpit was because the one I had before just wasn't working out, and at the same time, when the steering wheel, I couldn't position the steering wheel the way that I wanted, even though it had like two different holes to level it a certain way, but none of those holes, I wasn't able to adjust it the way I needed it to be adjusted. And then I tried nigger rigging it by using duct tape and Gorilla Glue, which was pretty dumb on my part because I ended up messing it up even more. Alright, so we're gonna open this up and see if we can put this together. Now you're probably asking me, how are you gonna open it up with no knife or anything? Okay, so the first thing that we have the GT Player assembly instruction. Assembly instruction. Yeah, bent, but yeah. Then we have, it looks like pillows, cushions. Like some cushions. Where does it go to? No idea. Next up, this is gonna be time consuming. We have hardware. Comes with an Allen key and a bunch of screws. Yeah, there's 2 Allen keys and a bunch of screws, so next we have I'm assuming this goes for the on the cockpit. I think this, because this don't look like it goes on the floor for the pedals. I don't think that's the case. We got cushions like that. Hardware. I believe in America. I think this right here is the bar for, don't know which way it goes yet. But I think this is the one, I don't know. Figure it out. We got some brackets, which again, I have no idea what it goes to. What's it for? More bracket. This right here is the seat. I know for a fact. This is the back part that I'm going to be putting my back on when I sit on this. For the cockpit, this is what my back's going to be on. Don't know what this is for. Don't know what these are for either. Want to make sure I have everything. Okay, what I figured out so far is that part faces down. See that round part? That faces down. And this little thing right here faces down. After you open it up, of course, this is the armrest. This is going to be facing up. And on here, you're going to have two of these. You're going to pop these off. And there's going to be two more right here on this side, and the other side is going to be two more. You pop those out on both sides, and then you slide it into those holes. Connect it to the frame like that. What you want to do is unstrap these straps. You see them? They're going to be Velcro together right here. You're going to unstrap it, and you're going to put it around here and tighten it as much as you can. Look, you pull, and then you stick it on there. Of course, I'm going to adjust it to make sure it's more secure, but you stick it on there, and you do the same thing. Do the same thing with the other side. The second part, you're going to wrap it under here, right? The middle part. So the top part, you do under here, so that way you can have some support for your back. The middle one, you're going to wrap it right here and put it under for both sides. And then for the very top strap, see this bar? You want to strap it under. So that very bottom part, I took the strap and I wrapped it under here. It's gonna go down when I sit down. Obviously, there's something that's gonna go here, And if you need to make minor adjustments, to this strap or to this seat, then, you can make little minor adjustments. But this is just the basics of how it's going. Now I'm going to move on to the next step. Okay, now we're going to take this piece and the two biggest parts. You want this to be facing up. You're going to slide it in here. Let me see how it goes and I'll let y'all know. For the other side, you're going to twist it. This part right here, you're going to twist it and make it go over this, and then you're going to pull this back, and this should be able to go inside these things easier. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be the part where you unscrew it and then you lift it up for you to get in, and then you put it back down onto the thing. And then this part right here, you're going to push this button. And it's going to lock like that. To get this one in, lock this into place, there's the same button on the other side. You're going to once you push it all the way in, this part all the way in, you're going to want to make sure that this hole right here, you're going to make sure that this little pop-up thing, don't know the name of it, you're going to make sure that it goes inside here. So push this black thing all the way in until this thing pops out this hole. And this is how it looks. And like I said, to get in the rig, you simply pull this back a little bit, and this should pop up, and then put it back down. I have to push it in a little bit, and then put that in to lock it once you're inside or outside. And this is how it looks so far. We're going to continue to the next step. Next up, you're going to take this, and you're going to take this part that fits, and this is the bracket. So the first part is going to go into this hole so it could mount to this. I thought this piece goes on the steering wheel part, but it don't. I believe this is for the shifter knob. If you got a shifter, or we have a shifter, mounts to this. So this is irrelevant because I don't have a shifter. So the instructions is pretty clear. It's pretty good. But you stick this big screw. You stick this screw into the hole, right? You line it up. And then using this, I'm telling you, the instructions are very good. It shows you which bolt and which washer and which stuff is for what. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, of course, you're going to put this on the other side and then use your Allen key to tighten this up. Next, you're going to take this piece, and you're going to stick it in here. Now, I suggest you just tighten it a little bit just for it to hold, but don't tighten it all the way because when you put your steering wheel on here, you want to make sure you adjust it first to how you want your steering wheel to be. Once you get the adjustment of how you want your steering wheel to be, then you tighten it all the way and lock it. Okay, so this is how it looks so far with that plate on. It's coming together pretty good. So now we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, the next part is this, which connects to the shifter. So this right here, this piece right here, along with this piece, these two pieces clamp together and connect this to here. And then this bracket goes on. And then this bracket goes on top of it for your shifter to go on top of there, however you position it. The reason I'm going to put the shifter on is because, you know, why not? You know, it's going to complete the, it's just going to complete the cockpit. It's going to complete the rig. You know what I'm saying? So, let's go. Okay, so for these pieces, you're going to grab C, screw C, which is labeled on here. You grab C. So, you're going to put this on this side like this. And then this part, you're going to connect it to that. But once you do that, you're going to have to put this. You're going to have to put this in these holes. You screw that and screw it to that piece. And then you connect it. Then the other piece, which is going to be this, you're going to, if I'm correct, the screw should go all the way in, if I'm correct. So, we'll see. Okay, I got it now. You're going to put the screws through here. So, the other piece, this piece that does not have the hole, you're going to connect it here. And then you're going to connect this piece to that. And then you're going to take the one with the hole and you're going to put the screw in. Start screwing it in. If I'm correct, once you get it tight enough, you should be able to slide this in. But I'm finna see and let y'all know. Yep. It's going to take some time. But like I said earlier, the one that doesn't have the hole, you put that piece in. And then you put that middle part in, facing this way. And then you put this pole onto that part. And then you put this in. You have to hold it and put the screw in at the same time. And while the screw is in, you have to use the Allen key or hex key and start tightening it. So keep screwing. And I didn't tie it all the way because I'm going to see how I want to position this. You know, make sure it's positioned the way it needs to be. But that's how you do that part. I have to put the second screw in to here, which I'm going to do now. Okay, now you're going to take this washer, this bolt, and this screw, which is going to go in here. After you made sure these are tightened and secure and it ain't going nowhere, then you're going to line this up with this. You're going to want to put the washer inside the screw first and then stick it through here, through there, and then you put this on the other side and screw it in, which we're going to do now. According to the instructions, we're going to need 3 of these, and 3 of these is going to go into one of this, and it's going to go, as you can see, it's going to go through here into there. So let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a slight error. This is actually supposed to thread into this first, and then I put these in and then locking it on the bottom. So I'm gonna uninstall that and redo this. It's no biggie. So like I said, this long part, right, that don't have no, blocking it off on either ends, you're gonna thread that into this first, and then you're gonna put these, and then the last one on the bottom, you lock it in. Honestly, all I have to do is just thread out the bottom and then just thread the 40s on here and then just thread the bottom back in, which I'm gonna do. Learn from my mistakes. This is why I'm doing this. Trial and error. This is how it's supposed to be. And then you stick it in here. Once you stick it through there, then you go under and then you thread it in here. It has comes with a wrench that you can use to tighten it. So you do the same for all 4. So you come underneath, thread the rest of the stuff in, use the wrench that it came with, and tighten it down. This is what it comes with for you to thread those in on the bottom. So use this, it's going to fit perfect, and thread it in and tighten it. Alright, so this is how it's going to look underneath. Like I said, you're going to use this tool right here to tighten all 4 down. Once you have all 4 tightened, then you're done. According to this right here, if you have handbrakes, so if you're getting handbrakes, your handbrakes is going to install on these 3 right here. But if you're getting a shifter, then the shifter is going to install on these 2. Okay, so shifter right here, and if you're getting handbrakes, you put the handbrakes here, which means you're going to have to turn this around. So turn this around if you have handbrakes to mount it to these 3 points. If you have handbrakes, the shifter, then you could just leave it like this with the 2 things sticking this way. Last and final step is to install these cushions. So let's do that now. Okay, this is the final product complete. I had to take the gear shifter bracket off because I needed those screws to mount these pedals. So it's not really supposed to be like this because I don't think my wheel and pedal set is compatible for real with this cockpit, but I had to make it work. Steering wheel I have right now is the PXN steering wheel. Alright, so that's the one I have now. I do plan on upgrading soon, but I decided to get this first, the GT Player Racing Cockpit. So this part right here, I kind of broke the little strap kind of popped off. So if there's a way I could fix it, I'm gonna try to fix it. But it's supposed to be like this: the headrest, the lumbar support, and then I believe, you know, this is the cushion for it, for you to sit, extra comfort for your butt. Alright, so we're gonna try to take it on a test drive and see what it do. Open it. Probably should take this off, huh? Slide in. Close it. Okay. So this is Gran Turismo 7. Real life driving simulator. Everybody should know that by now. Just gonna do a quick race, see how it feels. Chair feel comfortable. More comfortable than the one that I was gonna buy. Well, this looks more comfortable. 3, 2, 1. Forgot about braking. Oh, I forgot. I'm doing manual. Says it's best to stay in 3. So. Two laps. Brake. Final lap. I'm in 3rd. First place is right there. come on turns like this. Got a downshift and brake. Feels good, honestly. I just race number one. Racing in my M307. It feels comfortable. It really does. And in the position of the pedal, you know, I think it's good. I might bring this back part up a little bit. Maybe. The thing about this, you can adjust your seating position. They telling me going third. I ain't going third. Gear. I'll downshift now. I think that's first and second. Yep. I like it. I just gotta bring the seat up a little bit. Why are you telling me going second gear? It is. Yeah, I need to bring the seating up just a little bit. It's fun playing with the paddle shifts. It's a whole lot of fun. A whole lot of fun. I know a lot of people have Logitech and, you know, those other expensive steering wheels and pedals, which look a whole lot cooler. And it's basically, you know, it's direct drive, so you feel every vibration. You feel vibration on this as well. I don't know what the number is for the force. But I know I can feel vibration in the steering wheel. Like slight. So I'm guessing those direct drive steering wheels is a whole lot, you know, crazier. right. And I can also play with, break with my left, accelerate with my right if I chose to. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The GT Player Racing Cockpit, purchased from Amazon. I think it's a great buy. It's like it's under $200. It's under $200. I think it's a great buy. So if you're looking to upgrade your cockpit or upgrade your setup for your sim, I think this is a great buy for your buck. You know what I'm saying? You got a good bang for your buck. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share if you know anybody who's trying to, upgrade their sim or who's into sim racing. I guess comment down below if y'all want to see some sim racing videos. Say I go online and go against, other sim racers and see how I stack up against them. So that's it for now. Until next time.